Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our daily word this morning. It is Thursday, Maundy Thursday of Holy Week, this special day in Holy Week. Thanks for joining me for our time together. Late today, got fitted for this awful brace that I have to use 45 minutes at least twice a day, if not more, and it increased the time. Hopefully it makes a difference for me in the days and weeks to come. So we will see. As always, I'll place flame to my Christ candle, a reminder of inviting the presence of the Holy Spirit to be with me. I invite you to do that as well. Of course, Maundy Thursday is this gathering around the table with Jesus and the disciples. And so it's from Matthew 26 for today, Matthew 26, 17 through 29. All the gospel writers have their own version of this. On the first day of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus saying, "Where do you want us to make the preparations for you to eat the Passover?" He said, "Go into the city to a certain man and say to him, 'The teacher says, my time is near. I will keep the Passover at your house with my disciples.'" So the disciples did as Jesus directed them, and they prepared the Passover meal. When it was evening, he took his place with the 12 disciples. And while they were eating, he said, "Truly I tell you, one of you will betray me." And they became greatly distressed and began to say to him one after another, "Surely not I, Lord." He answered, "The one who has dipped his hand into the bowl with me will betray me. The Son of Man goes as it is written, but woe to that one by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It would have been better for that one not to have been born." Jesus, who betrayed him, said, "Surely not I, Rabbi." He replied, "You have said so." While they were eating, Jesus took a loaf of bread, and after blessing it, he broke it, gave it to the disciples, and said, "Take, eat, this is my body." Then he took a cup, and after giving thanks, he gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you, for this is the blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins. I tell you, I will never drink again from the fruit of this vine until that day, when I drink it new with you in my Father's kingdom." I think Maundy Thursday for me is such a highlight. And it's because, we gather around the table too. We share in conversation. We break the bread and drink the cup. We share in a meal. We remember. We hear the call to love and how we'll be different because of this. And as much as Jesus challenged the disciples and called them about betrayal, he also gave them this amazing gift, the bread and the cup, forgiveness of sins, reminding them that they were going to be changed, even through all of the difficulty. And so other gospel writers tell it that Jesus washed their feet. We hear about that. We're going to hear tonight where Jesus challenges the disciples to be known, that they're going to be known because of their love. John tells it a bit different, and we hear it like this, and I read this earlier today and wanted to share it. When they had sung a hymn, they went out to the Mount of Olives. When we sing a hymn, we go out to small betrayals, our snoring past, the sad and lonely night of someone we love, kisses bitter, a wild swinging at the ears of the innocent, because we want to hurt someone, mostly ourselves. But sometimes when we sing a hymn, as many of us will do tonight, we try harder to go out to be brave, even though we are aware that somehow when the cock crows, it will always break our hearts. It's just a table, friends, bread, a towel and basin. Jesus kneels, washes feet, and shares a meal. And so we find ourselves around the table, hearing the words, being challenged to love in a new way. What will we do with it? How will our lives be made different? And can we know of the forgiveness that Jesus offers? All interesting questions for us. when we're called to be different and to be changed. So that's our word for today. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you tonight. Begin at 6 with dinner. I'm going to go down now and get my soup started. Join us. Share in the meal and the conversation and the bread and the cup that we'll do together. As always, know of God's love that surrounds you. Know of my love for you. Look forward to seeing you tonight at 6 o'clock. And tomorrow here at 10 o'clock. Today's 40 Days of Yeses, I almost forgot. Today says, choose a kinder tone. Choose a kinder tone. Blessings to you, my friends.